Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our video. Today's video for Oshi called Season 3, Episode 3. Last episode we got the opening, and I have been binge listening to that shit like there's no fucking tomorrow. It's absolutely incredible. That and Freerun are definitely my favorite openings of this season, and a season full of unbelievably peak openings. They have been incredible. But yeah, I love the opening. The opening was great, and the episode as a whole as well. We had a segment with Akane where she was, discussing in her head about, her situation with Aqua at present, where she understands that he likes Kana and is just playing the perfect boyfriend for her. And I was saying the entire time she deserves better, and she was saying that she would be punished if she wished for any more than that, and I'm like, no, not how that works. You should want somebody who is actually in love with you. But her life, I guess, I suppose that whatever she wants is what she wants, or what she satisfies with is what she's satisfied with. Ruby is continuing her come up, getting more presence on the talk show that Aqua is a part of, continuing to appear there to get both of their names in the public eye more as siblings. Then you have her getting in close with this AV guy, AD guy, excuse me, assistant director, whose job is as just an errand boy, go do whatever the director wants. And they're doing a cosplay thing, and there were some theories tossed out that this director could be in this for some sleazy reasons, because he mentioned wanting to find girls that would post particularly provocative photos or things like that, and specifically that type of person. It doesn't sound like it sounds like he could be in it. Like, he already got fired from one thing. Who knows if the reason he got fired is because he was being a sleazeball and being scummy towards these women and things like that. But we got the AD's younger sister is going to be joining. Ruby is going to be a part of it. And then pink-haired girl... How am I forgetting all the names? Sorry, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'm recording this late. Let me refresh on names here real quick. I think the AD's name was Yoshimizu, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, it's Yoshizumi, and then Minami, and then fuck, I literally read her name and then looked away. The sister's name was Remy, I think. Mimi. There you go. Minami Shun is his name, but I'll just call him Yoshizumi. Minami, Yoshizumi, and Mimi were our three focuses alongside Ruby. So let's see where this is gonna go. Ruby is, in stark contrast to Aqua, going about things in a much more rash and out there way, while Aqua was much more meticulous and behind the scenes about how he conducted his revenge. And so that could be dangerous. Aqua is very suspect of her and why she's doing all this. We definitely saw him give her some looks when she was asking about the hierarchy of, show productions and things like that. It was a good episode. This season's been great so far. Let's hop into this. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So if you were to check out either of those of your own will. Now, I've heard us up straight into Oshi no Ko Season 3, Episode 3. Also a longer episode too. This one's 25.5 minutes, which anime episodes are normally 24 or less. Ruby pulled up last time. Oh, there's Minami. Oh my god. Doesn't even look like Ruby. With Mimi, I felt like I could kind of tell, but is this Mimi here? Is this the other cosplayer girl that's joining them as well? Because they did get one more. We saw her at the end of the last episode. This is definitely Mimi, right? The dig teach. Ruby's still with the dark eyes, but she's got contacts in. It's a hella cute voice. I don't think we met Maya before, because Ruby said she's worked with her before, but I don't remember this woman at all. Maybe I forget. Oh, okay, I see. That's right, yeah, none of them are they're in costumes that, it's just whatever they could find, basically. That's right, Ruby's wearing Mimi's costume. All in a day's work, huh? Let's see how this is gonna go. Harassment not allowed. Oh, a Pieon's here. We're interviewing him. Well, they look like they're at least having a good time. Hopefully this doesn't get ruined somehow by a certain director. Yeah, brother, you have been on the struggle bus. You even had to drag your own sister in just to... They originally wanted 10 cosplayers as well, and he only managed to get 4 together. And then they had to throw in another curveball there. How do I feel like you came just to see the women in cosplays? No, it's just... I get bad vibes from this guy. I mean, if it was... He already got fired, he's already a complete dick. I just mean in the sexual misconduct direction, bad vibes. Stuffy costumes. If anything, their costumes look less than what you're wearing. He doesn't even know the people involved. He literally got... Yoshizumi literally presented you with all the people that are going to be participating. He looked at all of them, confirmed all of them, and he's like, oh yeah, who's that? I guess she's in costume, so maybe he wouldn't recognize her. Yeah, bro. Oh my god, there's a whole event going on here, brother. This guy thinks he's the fucking main character here. Oh my god. Like, just because she does that kind of work, this is not how you approach people. It's just not. Like, Jesus, dude. How much do you make from your adult content? Oh my good god, and these are the kind of questions we're asking? And Yoshizumi's looking over like, bro, what the fuck? This director is peeving me off. So, do you date your photographers? What the fuck are these questions? This is for a live TV show about cosplaying, and you're just... It's not remotely what this event was supposed to be about, which is why she's uncomfortable, because she wasn't prepared to answer these kind of questions. I'm sure she would have been okay maybe answering these kind of questions if she went into a particular environment that had told her ahead of time, this is the kind of stuff we're going to be asking. We're asking about your career, kind of how you handle things. I'm sure she wouldn't care to answer questions then. That's not what she came prepared here to do, and this is for a live TV show. There is a big difference. Jesus, this director had just, oh my god. Interesting getting some focus on her, though. Oh god, I don't like the very eerie soundtrack that started playing. Oh, yep. Yeah, yikes. Those eyes were not the kind of eyes she was showing earlier, if I'm not mistaken. She also had contacts in earlier, I think, probably. Yeah, screw TV, I think you're trash just because you show some skin. I agreed to appear because they were covering Tokyo Blade cosplayers, but then they had the gall to ask for an original costume the day before. They clearly have no respect at all for cosplayers. Do they have any idea how much work we put into this? I feel so hurt and betrayed. I think I'm going to take a break from cosplay for a while. God damn. I mean, this is a totally valid anger post. They treated you like absolute garbage. That director does not deserve another job. The views just keep going up. 4.3 million views. Those assholes, I feel so bad for Maya-san. I'm definitely not watching the show. How could it? Oh god, it's gonna tank the show's views so badly. And watch, I bet you the director is going to take that shit out on Yoshizumi. I bet you. How can any professional act like this? Why do these men always act so high and mighty when they're the ones being done a favor? She's taking a break. If she ends up retiring, are these TV people gonna take responsibility? You gotta be kidding me with the last minute costume change. The condescending attitude is so gross. Have some professionalism. Do they treat her like that because she cosplays? Why interview someone you don't respect? Do the people in the industry have no common sense? She's helping out, so what's the with the attitude? I feel so bad for Maya-san. They think costumes grow on trees. It's so yeah. Jover for TV. TV people are scumbags. It's TV's so washed. How long are they gonna act like the kings of media? Talk about insulting. Let's just dig deep again. All this could have been avoided with some basic communication. The age of television's over. I mean, all of these are valid criticisms. I just hope we direct this at the person who deserves it, and that would be the director. And nobody else catches the flack. But I would imagine that's not how this is gonna go, because that's never how it goes. Oh god, yeah, also, Minami went out of her way to go to this jobs now that's all falling apart. We spent our whole lives cleaning up after incompetent Muppets like this. And of course, Yoshizumi is the one who's having to call her to be like, I'm so sorry, even though he did nothing wrong. She even equated it to sexual harassment. Yeah. I was applied for welfare before showing more skin to make ends meet. Oof. Oh my god. Jesus. From falling victim to this. Bro! It's so irritating because it's so real. God knows people like this exist in the real world, and they are the biggest loser bitch cucks of all time. I'm fuming. I'm so pissed off. This is irritating me so badly. And that's the point. Obviously, that's the fucking point. Oh my god, man. Make this loser take a fucking hike, please. This show's really good at doing that. I got really irritated during the Akane episode back in season 1 as well. Disgrace director like me on I hate to admit that there is some truth in that statement. I mean, he's seemingly self-aware about the piece of shit that he is, but he's also very clearly not by how he... Then again, I guess he just doesn't care that he's a piece of shit. He's like, why do you think they hired a disgraced director like me to handle this show that they want to push the boundaries of, you know, something that can't air on, like, live TV or something like that? He's self-aware in the fact that he's disgraced and the reason they hired him and things like that. It's just clearly he doesn't care, and he's gonna play into that and be a piece of shit. But the truth of the matter, what I was saying, is that it is true that negativity and immortality and things like that do breed more discussion online than good things do. That's the way the internet, you're shoved the most awful, heinous shit. While there is a ton of good going on and being talked about, that is all suppressed because that doesn't get as much discussions going as bad, awful things do. So he's not wrong with that statement as much as I would wish it to be incorrect. I don't know, this situation's so fucking messy, man. Well, that was very interesting. What an interesting extra layer of perspective to add to that. That he's aware what he's doing is bordering on just flat out sexual assault. And he gives his reasoning that he has to push that boundary to get more views to keep the show afloat so that he can feed his wife and kids. And he doesn't believe that he or his team here have the talent to make something in good faith that will pull in the numbers needed to keep things alive. Very interesting extra layer there. Doesn't make it okay what he's doing, but it adds an extra layer of reasoning. That much is true. Have other problems to deal with. Jesus. Commentator. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. You know why a lot of people fall off cliffs and die a lot in suspense fiction? Because if they die to drugs, it makes drug brands look bad. If they die to knives, it makes knife brands look bad. If they die to... If they get run over by a car, the car manufacturers can possibly look bad. Jesus. I don't know if it's as drastic as he's putting it here, because people get stabbed, people get shot, people, you know... get hit by cars all the time in media. That shit is so constant. But, you know, in theory, it could bring negative attraction to those kinds of brands. Breach of contract fines for every little thing. Jesus Christ. Controversy over director sexually harassing cosplayer. I'm glad they put it in quotes, because it's not like he actually went and like groped her or some crazy shit like that. He just said some very inappropriate comments. But yeah. So the uproar over Dig Deep Chase the Impossible's director shows no signs of slowing down. Nope. Hello, Ruby. Dig Deep Chase the Impossible special episode pitch. Did Mr. Oh my god, my ability to remember names has been shot in the fucking face. Dear god, hello? What is it, Saito? Yeah, Saito. Did Saito write this? Oh, she's actually on set this time. Everybody's sweating because they're all like, are we gonna lose our fucking jobs? Oh my god! Maya's here? So Ruby reached out to Mia to try to get her, or Maya to get her on the show. Okay, Kaburagi, hello. I think that was his name, right? That's the one who Aqua was getting in contact with. Yeah, that's Kaburagi. I think that is. He kind of has a little bit of a different looking style here, maybe a little lighter. I don't know. I think that it's him. I remember the voice. Yeah, 7.9 million views. I'm sure people are familiar. The green screen. I love how they do the green screen highlighting Ruby. Interesting. Whoa, okay. That is a crazy concept for like a very meta episode. Yeah, you bullshit liar. That might be part of it, but the biggest part is the more this show gets talked about, the better for her. And now she's actually here in the studio with them instead of some like sideline reporter that she's been before. She's now in the studio in front of all of them as the poster girl for this show, effectively. More and more popular. Everything's looking a little tense here. I really want to see what Ruby said to her. This is really what you wanted. You want to get famous through cosplay. Ooh. Unless you make it clear what's okay and what's not, it won't change a thing. So that's how Ruby's presenting it to her. Dude, all the scenes with Ruby are so eerie sometimes, man. Ruby over there. Aqua giving her the side eye, being like, my sister set you up to this, didn't she? This is crazy. Cosplay rights issue. Respecting cosplay culture. You see Zumi there, okay? They hadn't got it. This is a very... it's very meta and unique. I love it. It's like the whole episode is based around taking a deep dive into production, which could innately interest people. Like, it's a really good pitch idea by Ruby. Really good pitch idea to possibly save the show, as well as bring in possibly even more people. Yeah! Yeah. Yep, once again, lack of communication. Ruby's doing crazy good as like a show host. What the hell? Hello? Hi, Kana. You were the last person I was expecting to see here. What? That's just like she's like, we dug up on that, and I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna send somebody there to talk to Akiko. I forget the author's name, whatever her name was, and just Kana's here. Was Aqua not told about this beforehand? He's trying so hard to have no contact with Kana, and they have forcefully made him have contact with her. Oh, hello, they got her for an interview. Biko, I was close. Aww. She just like me, she loves Kana. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, with massive knockers. Yeah, that's about right. They always send women to ask about these things. I love this stuff just like how sexy is. Figures sell best when they're about this spicy. It's the same tactic brands used to get idols to her. Oh, having women show up to be like it's not some weird man showing up to, you know, try to get you to do this thing you might be uncomfortable with. It's a woman, so everything's safe, when in reality they're just trying to trick you. I love this stuff. Isn't it just the hottest and cutest swimsuit ever? I think you look amazing. Jesus. That's for designs, it'll get. So why did this one not go through? Rules, you creators don't say no as long as we can sense the love there. Production committee rights. Mm-hmm. Can't just screw them over. Jesus Christ! Oh, I feel like I just whiplash reading that sentence. The Dojin thugs drawing rapey manga and making bank online are on their own. Abiko. Oh my god, okay. Abiko's just as crazy as I remember. Yeah, very clearly. We didn't even see the exhibitionist comment. Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. He was the one forcing the issue with the questions in the first place, which was the biggest issue. Maya was seemingly willing to overlook the costume change and still go through with it, but after the questions, she was like, no, fuck that. If you just put an end to this by taking... This is a beautiful image, by the way. Put an end to this by... Taking the high road and being like, if you guys don't do this again, I won't have any issues. Does she want her to like crash out or something? Draw more attention to the show by having her crash out on it? Is that what you want, Ruby? All the effort and trouble you go through. What is happening right now? What is happening? Are they having him come out in cosplay? Ruby, this is insane! And she clearly didn't tell Maya about this either. This is crazy. It seems like she didn't tell anybody. Who did... Even Aqua's shocked. What? What is happening right now? Ruby with the fucking smug ass smile over here. Hold on. Look at this smug grin over here. Oh my god, this is crazy. They could have just left it with her apology and the show probably would have just continued as normal, but doing this is going to bring in so much more engagement. And guess what? Ruby didn't confide in Maya if she was comfortable with this, and she didn't seem to confide in anybody. She went ahead with this on her own to get more clicks, more views, all of the above. I don't know, there's probably help from Saito, all things considered, but this girl is becoming cunning really quickly. I don't know how this is going to be taken. I think that was kind of the point, though, is just seeing like a live reaction by everybody here to draw in more views of everybody being shocked at what the fuck is happening. This is crazy! Nothing sincere about an apology made in a half-assed costume. It's too fun. Trying to see if he had genuine respect for the material here. Interesting, they're giving a little putting redemption in quotes because some of the shit he did is pretty irreparable. But like, you know, attempted to give him a little redemption arc here is very interesting. I just don't know if he's fully telling the truth or if this was all part of Ruby's plan. Fuck, who knows? She could have wrote a script for him to be saying all of this. We don't know how deep her plan goes here. This was clearly her to spur this on. Aqua was getting on to her for it, even though it was clearly she set it up from the beginning, obviously. And now I just question how much is her setup? How much is him genuinely doing this? Or how much is Ruby's plan? Like, I have many questions. Yeah, you can see it's very rough in a lot of different places. Did he? Okay. There's just a gnawing thought in the back of my head telling me this is all staged on purpose by Ruby to look like he put in effort to this costume to make it and things like that. There's a real gnawing thought in the back of my head telling me that, but for now they seem to be going for the idea that he did it himself, so I'll be content with that for now, but I'm keeping that thought in the back of my head, man. I don't trust that Ruby didn't plan all of this. And she didn't have someone else make the costume, make it rough, and then have it appear that he worked on it himself or something like that. And here you're getting the exact kind of conclusion that Ruby would have wanted. This is a more genuine conclusion that would bring in even more viewers as things keep progressing. Oh, he's got Band-Aids on. I don't know if I trust it. like I said, there's nothing to tell me otherwise that this isn't genuine from him, because he did talk to Yoshizumi earlier and say that it was his fault and he took responsibility for the things and said he was playing the bad guy on purpose because he thought it would draw in more views and he's got to make money to feed his wife and kids. If what he said there is genuine, this could also very well be genuine as well. He apologized to Yoshizumi about not having better communication and things like that and said he was going home at night and working overtime at night to finish things himself. So if everything he said there is true, I wouldn't put it past this being the truth as well. He is genuinely taking an approach to apologize and genuinely did this of his own. Ruby presented the idea, but he did it of his own volition, reading the manga, making the costume, trying to get a deeper appreciation for what goes on there. It's possible, but on the other hand, I given what Ruby, the lengths she is going to at this point, with, you know, the things she's willing to do, the people she's been willing to use, like she's gotten close with Yoshizumi on purpose so that if he becomes a director, she'll be able to get out there further, and just many things like that, in the same way that Aqua would use people and set up situations and things like that. I don't trust that this isn't a similar thing from Ruby. I don't trust it. I fully think it's possible that she engineered this entire situation with Saito's help, and that everything the director is doing here was engineered by Ruby. And I don't just mean her telling him you should read the manga, look up culture about cosplaying and things like that and make one on your own. I mean, she had it made, had a script for him made for everything he's saying here. I don't put that idea past what she is willing to do. Either could be true. We've got two options. Either could be true. They're really leaning into option one, but I don't think it's impossible for them to go with a big plot twist number 2 here. We'll see. Number 2, and I'm not talking shit. Playing a very wholesome OST here and everything. And you know, with Ruby's recent push for she doesn't care if things are lies anymore, that even furthers my idea that she might have just fake engineered this entire lie of a scenario because she doesn't care if things are lies anymore. We know that as a fact. Her whole ideology on hating lies, everything has to be genuine, is out the window at this point. We saw an example back in episode 1 where the entire scene they were recording for their Bikomachi channel where her and Kana were going back and forth, the second that was over they dropped the act and there was nothing genuine about it. She doesn't care about being genuine anymore, which further pushes the possibility that this is totally engineered by her. Wait, what? I'll be able to air Summer Comic Cat episode with some edits too. Okay. What's your answer? Fuck, I love this show! Oh my god, I was on to her from the very start there. I fucking knew it, and so did Aqua. I love how he changed his line of questioning as well from how much of this, what was it specifically that he said? How much of that were you involved in? Because involved in could be like her presenting the script or something like that. But no, he says how much of that did you set up? And that is exactly the right line of thinking, a line of questioning. Holy shit. This is so good, man. I love this show so much. Fucking peak. Oh man, it's just Ruby's world. It's Ruby's world, and we're all just living it at this point. This has turned into the Ruby show now, and I'm so glad it has. The first 2 seasons were so hell focused. That's not a phrase. I was gonna say hell bent focused, but I was like, that doesn't make sense either. So I went for something that makes even less sense. We're so focused on Aqua and his revenge, and now Ruby's because the whole point was that Aqua and Ruby were the 2 main characters, but Ruby was shafted from the story for for like the first 2 seasons. For the most part, she still had presence and big moments and things like that occasionally, but it was mostly Aqua, Akane, and Kana where the big focus is. Now it's the Ruby show, and goddamn does the Ruby show have somehow a infinitely eerier tone than the Aqua show. He was conniving and using people and all the above, but there is just something so much more sinister about Ruby. She seems just a tad bit more unhinged, if that makes any sense. Like I was saying at the beginning of this video, she takes a much more brash approach to things and things like that. Like she is all just go, and Aqua's very meticulous and he takes his time to get where he wants to and things like that when he was trying to enact his revenge. She's definitely being a little bit more unhinged is definitely a part of it. She's like yeah, something has snapped inside our girl here, and she is just... You see flashes of her regular self because she is Ruby and herself at the end of the day, but it's just a different switch has been turned on, and it is one that is a lot less restrained than Aqua when he was in his revenge path. I'm so excited to see where this season's gonna go. I'm loving this Ruby, and oh man, I'm really curious how much of that she discussed with Saito to set up and things like that, but such a good episode. That was so goddamn good. Because I mean I talked about it enough, I don't need to. The whole band-aids on the hand thing, the fucks up in the stitching, how much of that did Ruby set up? How much of that was genuinely the director? And how much of that was Ruby just making a script and just setting things up? You could question so many things. I wonder if we'll get, you know, confirmation on any of them, or if, you know, the end of the episode is supposed to imply she had a hand in everything that went on. So good. Such a good episode. Anyway, I think that is going to wrap it for my reaction to Oshi no Ko Season 3, Episode 3. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.